I'm ABC 13's Dana Evans. Trust is important. At ABC 13, you can trust that we're fighting for you, asking the tough questions, because accountability matters. Watch ABC 13 on TV or WSET.com. That's coverage you can count on.
Well, hello, and welcome back to the Chamber Vibes podcast. If this is your first time listening, welcome. Let me just give you a rundown of what's going on. So I'm your host, Foster Garrett, Director of Marketing and Events for the Bedford Area Chamber of Commerce. If you don't know what a chamber is, that's totally fine. We are a nonprofit membership organization that strives to help the Bedford area prosper by serving and collaborating with local businesses, organizations, and people. And every week I bring together a different chamber member to find out what they do and why they do it. And it's recorded right here in beautiful Bedford, Virginia, and broadcasting on Grove Street FM and brought to you by Media Squatch. I also want to thank Mark Snowden with Lamar Outdoor Advertising for sponsoring the podcast. Without people like Mark, we wouldn't be able to do this, and this podcast is an excellent way to not only tell your story as a chamber member, but to get to know a lot of different businesses and organizations and people in the Bedford area. There are so many amazing things that we have going on here, and so many amazing people behind it. So if you keep listening, you'll get to know a lot of the hidden gems right here at home. And I love doing this. So we always have great conversations. And there's so many things that you can just add to your repertoire of knowledge and add to what you get to do right here in your hometown. So before we get to the actual podcast, I do want to tell you about some of our upcoming chamber events and programming. We do a lot of different things for our business community, and one of my favorite things that we do are our Excellence in Business Awards. So those awards are actually open for nominations right now, and they close tomorrow, May 1st. So if you know of a business, nonprofit, or person that has been absolutely outstanding in the past year or so, and you want to recognize them for their hard work, this is a great way to do that. A little recognition can just go a long way. Even when people don't receive the awards, they aren't the winner of the awards. Even just being nominated means so much. And I mean, a little promotion never hurts anybody. But our categories this year include Small Business of the Year, Large Business of the Year, Nonprofit of the Year, our Rising Star Award, which is for businesses that have been created in the past 2 years, our Agricultural Award, and new this year, our Boss of the Year and Employee of the Year awards. So I know that's a lot, but that gives you a lot of different options to really recognize people and kind of get their name out there and let people know about who they are and what they're doing, like we do on this podcast. But if you're interested in submitting nomination, you can go on our website. There's a submission form there. Just fill out a little Google form with why you're nominating them, their contact information, and then we will reach out to them with next steps. It really will only take 2 minutes of your time, and it means so much. But you can also drop by our office, which we're at 305 East Main Street in Bedford, and you can just tell us who you want to nominate. We'll have you fill out a little form right there, and you can go on your way. But again, last day to do that is tomorrow, May 1st, so get on it. We also have a business roundtable coming up. I'm really excited about this one. Our last business roundtable was in January, right at the start of the year. I think it was our very first event of the year. And that one was on the Small Business Development Center. And this one is actually going to be a little bit different. If you've been to business roundtables before, you know that they are free opportunities to either learn about a hot topic or to work through something as a group. So we are going to be joined by Amanda Stanley with the Artisan Leader. Amanda she was a CEO of a local nonprofit for 10 years. She now owns her own coaching and consulting business, and she's going to come and help us lead with vision. So if you are interested in professional development, free professional development, and getting to know your fellow professionals in the area, this is an amazing opportunity. We're going to hold this business roundtable on June 24th from 8:30 to 10 at the Bedford Area Welcome Center. We do all of the roundtables in collaboration with Bedford County Economic Development and Town of Bedford Economic Development. So not only will you get to do this amazing workshop, you'll also have time for networking. We'll give economic updates. We'll have light breakfast. There'll be time for Q&A built in at the end. So it's a great opportunity. I really highly recommend coming. It is free, but we do ask that you RSVP just so that we can make sure that we have enough breakfast for everybody. If we run out of coffee, everybody will be angry. So do us the favor of just letting us know that you're coming. But That event and everything else can be found on our calendar on bedfordareachamber.com. And if you have any questions, I'll drop our phone number at the very end, so make sure to listen all the way through. But without further ado, please allow me to introduce today's guest, Linda Brake with Bedford Ride. Welcome to the podcast.
Well, good morning, and it's great to be back again.
I know. I think this is your third time with me, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, good. Hat trick. Good. Well, Linda, for people that haven't listened, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself and then about your nonprofit?
Okay, I'm the program manager for Bedford Ride, which is a nonprofit organization that provides non-emergency medical transportation for older adults and persons with disabilities that do not drive or have support for a ride. We do not do the Medicaid transportation because, of course, that's handled through Modivcare, who's contracted provider for Medicaid patients. But we're going to be 24 years old in September.
Wow.
And it's just totally amazing. And the truly amazing part is our volunteers, because all of our drivers are volunteers in the community. And our program covers the entire county of Bedford, which we both know is a very large county.
Oh, yes. And very geographically diverse.
It is, but it's a beautiful county as well. So we're getting ready to celebrate 24 years. And of course, in June, we're having our volunteer appreciation picnic to show appreciation to all of their volunteers that give their time, making sure that our neighbors have access to medical care. So if you can just think of what it would be like to be living out in the county, and lose your ability to drive, and you have medical needs. You have to see a specialist. You need to go to Roanoke. You need to go to Lynchburg, and you have no way of getting there. And it's kind of sad that before our program evolved, people were using 911 and accessing medical care through the emergency room. So it's this program belongs to Bedford because we only serve Bedford residents, and it's very important that we continue to do this, and in order to continue doing it, we always need volunteers, because paid drivers with a nonprofit, we couldn't afford to do what we do. And we provide the vehicle, the gas, and the insurance. So the volunteer just provides the time to transport. And there's no lifting patients or any physical assisting. It's driving someone that lives alone and really needs to get to medical care.
Yeah, and it's crazy that it's been around for only 24 years. That's a long time. But like you said, thinking about what people were doing before, using 911 or just being stranded at home, just depending on who might be available to help them, it's a great resource. And we both see the need. I think everybody sees the need. We have one of the highest median ages in our county, in this state. And we're growing constantly. Bedford is a great place to retire to. But if you're coming here without local family or really knowing a lot of people, and maybe something happens and you're not able to drive anymore, what do you do? And I think it's incredible what you guys do. I see we get a lot of questions at the chamber, and a lot of seniors will call us and ask for resources, and we recommend Bedford Ride.
Oh, thank you.
A lot, because people need what you do. And being volunteer run, how many volunteers do you have right now, Linda?
We have a little over 50.
Okay.
But we're growing so much. We need more to take up the slack, because we're continuing each week to get more and more people enrolling into the program. So, and we only have so many resources. We have 20 wheelchair accessible vans. And you don't need a CDL license, and it's just a regular minivan that Sunny Merriman, they do the conversions. And it's just driving someone to an appointment. or taking them to dialysis.
Mm-hmm.
That's a short trip that doesn't involve a lot of time. You're just taking a patient, dropping them off at the dialysis center, and then someone else goes and picks them up in the afternoon because they're there for several hours.
Yeah. What are some of the reasons that you think people enjoy volunteering through Bedford Ride?
Well, most of our volunteers come from other volunteers.
Oh, really?
Yes, we've ran ads, but it truly comes from other volunteers and communities like churches.
Mm-hmm.
But once they see the benefit of what someone is receiving,
Mm-hmm.
it's more than just a ride. It's it's a social engagement with someone that lives alone, and that person may not even have any other human contact
Mm-hmm.
except for a volunteer. And that's what makes it so special. And a lot of our volunteers have formed bonds
Mm-hmm.
with the people that they transport. And it's the human side of what we're supposed to be doing.
Absolutely.
Not commercial, not like a taxi,
Mm-hmm.
or it's a human side of transportation. And these volunteers have such big, beautiful hearts. They just give of their time, and it's rewarding to them too, knowing that they're helping a neighbor because they're driving people that live in their area,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's neighbors helping neighbors.
That's literally the phrase that was just going through my head.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that through the chamber, I see people building community in their own way. But I think that Bedford Ride, it really makes a difference for every single person that you help. And you mentioned dialysis and different medical appointments and essential things that you can't afford to not go to or to miss. And I think that for me, I'm a very anxious person. So thinking about needing, like, asking for help every single time that I need to go somewhere or do something, even if it's essential, like, that causes me to feel a little, like, almost guilty. But when you have somebody that wants to serve you and that is there for that purpose, it kind of alleviates some of that fear or like those feelings of, you know, like, oh man, I really need this, but I kind of feel bad asking.
Now, a lot of we have some patients we transport, and when they call in for their rides, and then they feel like they're taking too much.
Mm-hmm.
And we always say, this is why we're here, and this is
Mm-hmm.
what we do. And don't feel guilty that you've got several rides. I mean, these are medical appointments that you need to go to.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have anybody else to take them. And I will say, I mean, some of our volunteers, they form such tight bonds with the people they transport. It's just really, truly neighbors helping neighbors. And I I've been with the program for 21
Oh,
years,
wow.
and they just never cease to amaze me.
Mm-hmm.
And every day when I get up, it's not going to work. It's how can I make this program better, and how can we serve more people? And it's the perfect job.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned earlier that your rides continue to increase. How
Yes.
many did you serve last year? How many rides did you provide?
Last year we provided over 3,000 trips.
Wow.
Yes.
That is a
And
lot.
yes, it is a lot. Like I said, with we have an amazing team, but it's a lot. But there's a lot of need, and there's more and more people moving into the area that
Mm-hmm.
don't have resources. And I know some Medicare plans have transportation, which is contracted through another provider.
Mm-hmm.
We're not contracted. We're just a straight nonprofit that we don't receive any reimbursement for transportation or anything like that. We also serve veterans. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
veterans need it. The only place that they can get their medical care is at the Salem VA.
Mm-hmm.
and they're disabled. They don't drive, and they don't have family support. And like you said, a lot of people moving here,
Mm-hmm.
their family lives elsewhere. Now we have a client that the only family she has is a brother in Wisconsin.
Oh, wow.
So, she lives here alone, and unfortunately suffered a stroke
Mm.
and is needing help.
Yeah, and that's something that I think we've talked about previously is you don't Bedford Ride is it limited to 55 and over?
No, well,
Is it
we're part of the
60?
Central Virginia Alliance for Community Living, which is the area agency
Mm-hmm.
on aging, and they serve 60 and above.
Okay.
So we serve 60 and above, but we also serve under 60,
Okay.
like someone in their 40s or 50s that, or even 30s, if they're not on Medicaid.
Mm-hmm.
We serve them as well.
Okay. So anybody that doesn't have access to, is not able to drive, you can help them.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And I did the math on 3,000 rides with 50 volunteers, just because I was curious. And that's, each volunteer gave at least 60 rides. That's the average.
We had over 5,000 hours of volunteer service last
Wow.
year. They are just truly amazing.
That is amazing.
Yes, it's like a revolving it, and then of course they help get the vehicles up to the county garage, Bedford County
Mhm.
garage. We contracted with them to have our maintenance done, so they help assist with that. They assist with other program activities because my program, Bedford Ride, only has two employees, the
Mhm.
program manager and a coordinator, which takes the calls for rides and also starts the process for enrollment into the program. And this program is totally 100% self-funded,
Mhm.
as we don't receive any federal or state funding. We receive, I apply each year to Bedford County for jurisdictional funding for
Mhm.
our program. Of course, the people that we're taking and getting them to doctor's appointments, before EMS was picking them up and taking them to the emergency room. So it kind of helps. It's kind of helping.
It's benefiting them.
It benefits the county as well, for service
Mhm.
utilization of emergency services. But foundations, and I'd like to share. I was just notified that from the Bedford Community Health Foundation that they approved my grant
Awesome.
for funding. So we're so excited, and the grant award will be coming next month.
Nice.
So we're excited about that. And the Bedford Community Health Foundation has always been a solid partner with Bedford Ride, because it's all about the health of the community.
Mhm.
And access to medical care is one of those. And of course, Centra's always been a wonderful partner to us. And I can't speak highly enough. Of course, we're providing transportation
Mhm.
to their facilities. And of course, we go to Roanoke and even out to Westlake because it's medical services have expanded out towards the lake.
Mhm.
So that's pretty much the radius. We don't go to UVA or Duke or Richmond. We just cannot absorb that type of cost
Mhm.
because the program is on a sliding fee scale based on income, but even 100% pay person it doesn't even cover the cost of the transportation.
If you started transporting people to like Duke and UVA, you go from like 5,000 volunteer hours to like 15,000 so easily.
Yes.
So easily.
Yes. And just the distance and the
Mhm.
time involved and
the volume of requests, it's yeah.
We wouldn't be able to absorb all of that.
Yeah. Well, I know that you mentioned some of the grants that you
Mhm.
have applied for and that you're the program manager. I know that you stay very busy with going to different things in the area and that you have some events coming up, including ones tomorrow and Friday.
Yes. Elderfest. It's something I look forward to every year. I get to see people that I typically don't get to see,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all geared towards senior population, and it's a great turnout. Thursday evening from 6 to 8. There'll be a band and, of course, dinner served, and you'll get to meet all the vendors.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, we hope you come by and stop at Airtable. I'll be there with Central Virginia Alliance for Community Living. I'll be there tomorrow evening and also on Friday from 9 to 1. And
Awesome.
so I'm looking forward to that, and it's a great time for the community to get together and also see what resources are available
Mm-hmm.
to them.
Yeah, I know people love going to Elderfest every year, and why not go when there's free food and everything?
Yeah, Thursday evening is a big hit because it was a full house. But it was wonderful. The band was excellent,
Mm-hmm.
and just to see it's entertainment and it's a time to socialize, and it's fun.
Yeah. And you guys do a very, very large event every year, your biggest fundraiser of the year, the Charity Home Tour in October.
Yes, we're very blessed to be one of the 8 charities for the Smith Mountain Lake Charity Home Tour. We've been assigned the Campbell House, which is located on the Huddleston side of the lake.
Mm-hmm.
And we get to meet our homeowner and see the house for the first time this coming Tuesday.
Oh, that's so exciting.
I'm excited. I've been corresponding with their homeowner through email, and they're excited as well. And so we'll start the planning of the mapping of everything, how many volunteers that we'll need. Tour weekend, which is October 10th
Mm-hmm.
through the 12th. So it's a Friday and a full day Saturday, and then Sunday it's only in the afternoon.
Gotcha.
So one ticket that you purchase gains entry to all 8 homes, and you have 2.5 days to do that. And like I said, this is our 4th year. The past few years, I say girlfriends get together, and they'll rent a place up by the lake,
Mm-hmm.
and then they'll go hopping around. And J. Bond Bishop Mercantile, she's a wonderful lady. She's again sponsoring us, but she's going to be a rest stop, so you can go get your cute clothing.
Oh, that's so fun.
Oh yeah, she's got some cute clothes there, and get ready for the tour.
That's awesome. And the Charity Home Tour, I think it's such a great idea, and getting to go and tour all the mansions and support a good cause at the same time. And all the houses are accessible not only by land, but also by boat. So you
Absolutely.
can zoom around.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And a lot of people do that. There's, they're all pulled out there waiting to pull up to the dock to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And so what generally somebody just lets everybody off and then moves out so they can let people off. And of course, it all depends on the weather. If it's raining, the boat traffic isn't as much. But of course, it's not going to rain. It's because we're on the tour, and
we're willing it into existence. I see.
And it will not rain. The past 3 years, it's just been beautiful weather. So
knock on wood.
Oh yeah,
we're knocking on wood.
Yeah, so it's all supporting charity. 100% of all the sponsorships. And we're working on sponsorships now for our house. It's great advertising for your business. It's a 100% write-off for your business as advertising, but 100% of it goes to charity. Doesn't go to anything else because nobody's getting paid.
Yeah.
This is all volunteers getting together and making this happen.
And sponsorships make all the difference. It takes so much pressure off of you to make things happen when you know that you have money to support your mission, what you're trying to do. And like you said, it's a win-win situation for everybody, especially the Charity Home Tour.
Oh, yes, it's wonderful. And I'm just so pleased that we're able to be a part of it again this year. And it's a great group, and even all the charities, we all work together and to make things happen. And it's all for the good of our community.
Absolutely. Well, Linda, if people want to get in touch with you, whether it be to volunteer, or to sponsor the charity home tour or something else, what's the best way to do so?
Well, they can call me. My office phone is 540-587-3215, or they can go through our website, Bedford Ride cvacl.org, and there's a little form on a jot form that how can I help, and then just put your contact information in, and it generates an email to me, and I'll be able to reach out to you, or you can come on out and see me tomorrow evening at Centerfest.
Absolutely.
And on Friday
At Centerfest, we're getting
Centerfest.
ahead of ourselves.
I'm so sorry. Woody and I were talking about Centerfest before you came in. Elderfest.
Hey, this is like the Centerfest of the spring. It's just a little bit more targeted.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Well, Linda, it's been a delight talking to you as always.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Of course. Is there anything else you want to add before we hop off?
No, just thanks to the Chamber for everything you all do. And I'm excited. I'm registered for that roundtable. I cannot wait for that.
Awesome. Yeah, it's going to be so amazing. I'm very, very excited. Amanda, as you know.
Yes, I know her. Yes.
A great speaker and a great coach. So
yes, she is.
Well, I'll see you again then. Thanks so much for joining me today.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Of course, you too. Well, if you want to learn more about us at the Chamber, you can call us at 540-586-9401, or you can visit our website, bedfordareachamber.com, for information about our mission and the perks of becoming a member. But also on our website is a directory of our membership, which is helpful for finding all sorts of great things in the region, including Bedford Ride. But that's all for today. Thanks so much for listening, and keep an ear out for the next Chamber Vibes podcast.